Dear students, in this lesson I am going to explain the loops concept in C programming. Especially I am concentrating on how you can use for loop in C programming. Before going to this, let me ask a question. How many apples are there in this image? To give the answer, the students will try to mark this is the first apple, this is second one, this is third one, this is fourth apple, this is fifth one, this is sixth one, 7, 8, 9, 10. So totally there are 10 apples are there. In this process, how we are going to count these apples? I am starting the count, that is C equal to 1. This is the first apple. Let us increment 1, that is 1 plus 1, that is 2. This is the second apple. Then C is equal to 3. I am incrementing 1 again. Then C is equal to 4. C is equal to 5. Here C is nothing but a counter. I am counting. C is equal to 6. C is equal to 7. C is equal to 8. C is equal to 9. C is equal to 10. Since the last counter is 10, I am telling there are totally 10 apples are there. Please remember this concept. This is very helpful while you are writing a program. In C programming language, if you want to print a message in the output screen, we are using a function called printf function. The syntax of this printf function is printf, a open bracket and close bracket. Inside this, I am passing a message that is going to be printed on the output screen. This is actually called as string. So because this is a string, we must give some quotation marks to represent that it is a string. If you print any message, whatever the message that you are writing inside these quotations, that will be printed in the output screen. Let us take one simple example. I want to print my name. My name is Sudhakara. So, if you want to print Sudhakara, you have to give this Sudhakara inside this printf function. Printf of open bracket, double quotation starts, the name of this person, close this and close the open bracket. So now this is printing a simple name in the output screen. To write a program in C language, first you have to include the header files. C program starts from the main function. I am not going to discuss about this main function and what is the standard io.h header file. We will see these in the next classes. To print a message, I am using printf function, open bracket, open quotation, the name of the person I am giving here as a string, close this quotation and close this bracket. Every C program ends with a semicolon symbol. Now, this is the simple program to print my name in the output screen, and also how many times I am printing this name. Only one time. Why one time? Here I am using this printf function only one time. So the output of this is printing my name only once. This is the output screen. In the output screen, I am getting the message Sudhakara because I have mentioned the name inside the printf is Sudhakara. Next question is, if I want to print my name 2 times. In the previous program, I printed my name only one time. Now in this example, I want to print my name 2 times. So for this purpose, you have to use printf function 2 times. Printf inside that your name, again printf inside that your name. This printf function will print my name first time and this printf function will print my name second time. So here this is the output. Sudhakara is the first time it is printing, Sudhakara it is printing second time. Now another question, I want to print my name 6 times. What do you have to do? You no need to change this stdio.h is same, void main, open bracket is same, close bracket is same. But now instead of writing printf function only one time or two times, now I am writing 6 times. First time Sudhakara is printed, second time Sudhakara is printed, third time, fourth time, fifth time and sixth time. Because I am using 6 printf functions and along with the names, I am getting output as 6 times my name. Now let me ask a question. If I want to print my name 50 times, now how can you write the program for this? Do I need to write 50 times my name like this? Here I have written 10 times, again 20, again this line is for 30 and this is for 40 times and this is for 50. Totally 50 times I am writing printf function. Is it okay for you? For example, I am asking again, print your name 10,000 times. You have to print printf function 10,000 times. It is very difficult process. So, is there any alternative, any solution for this? We can use this printf function only one time and we can print any number of times you want. This is the concept of loops. So, you need to understand the loops concept. First, let us see what is a loop. In computer programming, a loop is a sequence of instruction that is continuously repeated until a certain condition is reached. For example, if I want to print my name 5 times, you had to write a condition. Print my name 5 times. Print my name 10 times. Print my name 15 times. This is nothing but the condition. How many number of times you want to print your name? This is nothing but the condition. Loops are used in programming to repeat a specific block of code. Here we are going to repeating 5 times. What we are going to repeating? I am printing my name, that is printf function 5 times, printf function 10 times, printf function 15 times. I am going to repeat one line 10 times. There are 3 different loop statements in C programming. One is while loop, second one is for loop and the third one is do while loop. This while and for loop are called as pre-test loops. Do while is called as a post-test loop. Why we are calling this while and for as a pre-test loop? Because before going to print my name, I am checking the condition. That's why this is called as pre-test loop. After printing my name, I am going to test the condition. So, this is called as a post-test loop. In this lesson, we will try to understand what is for loop and how you can use for loop in C programming. A for loop is a repetition control structure which allows us to write a loop that is executed a specific number of times. Here, this is the syntax of for loop. How you can use this for loop in C programming? Here, this syntax starts from a keyword for. Inside this, we have 3 blocks. This is the first block, this is the second block, this is the third block. Every block is separated with semicolon symbol. Here, there is a semicolon which is separating each block. In the first block, this is the initialization. When I have taken an example, count the number of apples, you have started the initialization, counter is 1. Here, you have to take the initialization from where I have to start the count. Text expression is a condition Every time you are going to check the condition. If the condition is true, then you are going inside this for loop. The body of the loop is executed. If this condition is false or test expression is false, now you are coming out of the for loop. That means you are coming to this line after the for loop. The third block is update expression. Every time I want to increment count by 1. In that case, I want to use C++. C++ is nothing but C is equal to C plus 1. It means that every time I am going to increment the count value by 1. Here this is how the loop works. First, the initialization statement is executed only once. Here, this is the initialization. This is executed only once. Then you have to test the expression. If this test expression is true, evaluated to true, then it goes inside the for loop. If it is evaluated to false, then you will come out of the for loop. If it is true, then I am going inside this loop. Body of the loop is executed. After that, block 3 will be executed. So in this case, if I want to give the representation for execution flow, first initialization will be executed, block 1, then block 2 test expression is executed, then the body of the loop is executed. This is the statements that we are going to execute it if the condition is true. Once this is true, then again this is the expression, update expression is evaluated. This process is repeated until this test expression will evaluated to false. Once this test expression is evaluated to false, then you are coming out of the for loop. Let us see one example. I want to print my name 10 times. So, using for loop, start with for is a keyword, open bracket. Block 1 is I am taking a counter variable. Counter is equal to 0. It means that now there is a variable stored in the memory that is called counter is equal to 0. Then second block is executed, that is the test expression. What is the counter value? 0. 0 less than 10. This is true. So go inside the for loop. Inside the for loop there is only one statement which is printing my name. So the output is Sudhakara is printed. After printing this name, then again go and increment the value. Counter is equal to counter plus plus. It is the meaning that counter is now 1. Now again check the condition. The condition is now counter is less than 10. It is counter 1 is less than 10. The condition is true. If this condition is true, then again go inside the for loop. It is printing my name. Again print Sudhakara. Second time the message is printed. Now after the execution of the body of the for loop, again go and increment the counter. Counter is now 2. Again check the condition. Expression is evaluated. In this case, always remember the flow. This is only one time executed. Then check this test expression. If this expression is true, then only go inside the for loop. Once this is executed, then again execute the counter. This is block 3 is executed. Now the counter value is 2. 2 is less than 10. Condition is true. So one more time the for loop, it will go inside the for loop and Sudhakara is printed. Like this, the counter value is incremented up to 10. When the counter value is 10, 10 less than 10, this condition is false. So when this condition is evaluated to false, then you will come out of the for loop. The statement which is after the for loop is executed. After the for loop there is no instruction, that's why the program is terminated. Let us write the same thing in a C program. This is a program. You need some header files, stdio.h, conio.h. Every C program starts with main function. So here I am using a variable counter. This variable is of integer type. Here this is the logic which I have written in the previous slide. For counter is equal to 0, counter is less than 10, counter plus plus. This logic will print Sudhakara 10 number of times. The output of this program is something like this: Sudhakara, 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 Sudhakara. Like this, the name is printed 10 times. If you observe in this output, Sudhakara is printing without spaces and in the same line. If I want to print my name every time in a new line, then in the printf statement you just use /n. /n denotes a new line. Every time a new line, in the new line Sudhakara is printed. Let us insert this /n in our program. Printf Sudhakara /n. Then your output is something like this. Now I will ask you a question. Print your name 10,000 times. Now it is very easy for you to print your name 10,000 times. Only the change you have to do in the program is, in the condition previously we have written counter is less than 10. Now you have to write counter is less than 10,000. 10,000 times your name will be printed. In the next lesson, we are going to discuss what is a while loop, what is a do while loop. Thank you for watching.